Libras, welcome back to the channel. We're going to do all signs. I have them here written in order, starting with Aries, ending with Pisces. Good morning. I went on a hike, so if I'm dressed kind of like rugged today, I wanted to let you know I couldn't wear a dress or anything or get dressed up because I just came from the hike, literally. So welcome back. We will assess all 12 signs this week. I'm going to take out my little earpiece here because I can't even hear when I speak to you. Also, this week I'm going to try to project more in the videos. I saw a couple complaints in the comments about volume of my voice, so I'm going to project, especially when I explain. So for the pulp, we're going to draw for all 12 signs. This is going to be a very unique video. Welcome to today's, it's for the 22nd to the 28th. It's going to cut right before Halloween, okay? And then we're going to do another 12 signs. What's going on here today is that on either level of the 12 zodiacs, you're going to feel it, whether it's in the Cancer position, Virgo, or your very own Libra, okay? The cards are going to reflect for the 22nd through the 28th. We're going to start with this deck. This is the first that I saged this morning, and I prayed over it in my Catholic way. No, but we have one peeking out here. We're going to get two energies that might be blinding you this week, okay? So we're going to talk about the blind spot. The Three of Swords is here. We're going to address it right here for you. This is for your soul cycle, and this is definitely for you to have food for thought, especially if it's implemented in the energies this week. The Knight of Pentacles. Someone is being very, very slow. I do sense a little bit of game playing. I feel like you're over talking to a particular person. I'm not going to say past and future today. I think when the cards appear, you will know who I'm talking about, okay, by signifiers. So we're going to see your intuitive strengths here show up, Libra. You get to choose who this applies for, as always with tarot. The Three of Swords is somebody that you actually recently had this with. This is a new Three of Swords for the Libran collective and for all 12 signs, okay? The two cards here in your blind spot explain heartbreak, because that's what the Three of Swords is. You felt this before. We also know how to deal with this when it strikes, especially if it's caused by someone around us and it's not us initially. This is tough. I want to describe this card really briefly. The Three of Swords is not here as a hindrance. You might actually this week be able to learn to stray away from this feeling, meaning you disconnect from this person. You don't give as much energy, and that is here in the headers. Okay, so interesting header cards, and we do have to proceed to the Knight of Pentacles. This is a slow energy in tarot. You guys all know this is the person who works as a turtle, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in nature with the zodiacs, but it's also someone that hasn't made up their mind. It's almost like they actively work slow, okay? Or this can be you. I'm going to get a third card out just because I feel like 3 is the lucky number today in this reading. Thank you, Spirit. That was a jumper, and I actually felt it like really jump. The Tower. So if you guys watch like big readers, okay, and I'm not even in that clump. We're just here for the Libra collective every day. This is our daily channel. The towers are coming up in huge DMDF readings, and if you guys watch the big wigs, like over 100K, subscribers to their channel, the towers are reflecting. The towers are falling this week because somebody needs to realize something, whether it's you or whether it's your person. I feel like if you're watching today and you're in the Libra group, everybody is realizing that the committal energy is the one that is actually in lack. They want to come forward, they want to speak, they want to address your lack as well. And the Tower is here, Scorpionic, and Mars in nature. Mars is very ruthless in energy. So interesting with that. Let's go forward. I'm going to put this deck away. Can I explain with some oracle here what's going on in the dynamic Three of Swords for the week of October 22 through the 28th? Can I get some adjectives? Soul work, okay? Something is going on here very, very deeply within the soul cycle, within love, and also your relationship with a incoming person. You're finding out that your wants and needs have to be addressed, okay? I do sense, since it's October and it usually belongs to the sign of Libra, there's a lot of relationship work, and this ties into the soul, how we feel about people around us, how it enriches our life, how it lifts us up or lack thereof at times. We do need support in this soul cycle. because with support, you know, we can't feel this all the time. It's too much to bear. It's almost like a 10 of wands if you look at it that way. So we're looking to stray away from that and enrich this soul card. This is what you're going to be improving this week, my dear Libras, okay? There is impulse here. Someone might be reacting to you this week in a way where they never thought possibly that you would have talked to them or how you would have communicated. It's shaped here with a heart. So I do see heart to heart, soul to soul connections, but I do think somebody will act in impulse in your environment. And we have compassion. This is what you only want back at this time with this beautiful lily card. Look at the bottom of that, beautiful pinks. I also think that with maybe someone's impulse to come toward you, there will be a resolution of some kind. Maybe even here, let's just stay friends, right? Let's just sit back, let's stay friends, and let's keep it there. So bottom of the deck, regret. I shuffled this many times, Libra. You end up with this 5 of Cups. You know, it's like the feeling of maybe I made a wrong step, or maybe I can still go forward, but I'm always going to think about this person. This person's attached to me in some way. Okay, so we have a little bit of our Libran scales that are trying to balance there. I feel like you earned compassion, okay? And so compassion will be coming back to you, even if it's you that doles this out. And the best ways we can do that is do things for ourselves. If you love to cook, make yourself a nice meal. If you like to do extra self-love activities, if you like to just go out, listen to music and walk, these are the things that you can give back to yourself. Because I feel like the chasers, you know, they want to stay away from the 3 of Swords energies. The runners actually want to address this at this time. So let's start with Aries. Okay, cool denotations so far. We have really cool points. We're going to draw all cards for each sign. Can you show me Aries position? Strength. Okay. This coming week, you're going to feel like somebody does try to tug on you or actually reap a part of your energy. Okay. You could already be feeling this from somebody actually in the current. They could be a Leo. This is in the Aries spot. So we start with spot number 1 out of 12. We have strength here. I feel like this is an upcoming thing that you're going to need to draw from, whatever provides you strength, whether that's talking to a friend, reaching out to someone who's not romantic. This is definitely like soul partners in your life, people who love you, that enrich you on a day-to-day basis. That's going to be the focus, to spend time with people that bring up your personal strengths and are your cheerleaders in a sense. Okay, we need supportive people. Taurus position, please. Taurus. Thank you, Spirit. The Knight of Pentacles. So this actually is Taurus in the zodiac. And you have the patience here. I feel like the slowness is actually what annoys you. There is an annoyance in this reading about the Knight of Pentacles. He comes in rather like, this is how I work. This is just how I do. Libras actually want movement right now. If you watch all Libra reads across the board, there's a lot of wanting movement. So that's here. I also feel like that's hidden, okay? And we're going to have to work through those slow energies. Even sometimes if it comes from ourselves, okay? We are not left without that on our spot. Let's go with Gemini. Gemini's next. Gemini, please. 4 of Pentacles. So there is a part of this soul cycle where somebody cannot let go. Now, Libra, it doesn't have to be you. In the Gemini position, you can even be dealing with a Gemini in this situation where the signs fall here. Somebody doesn't want to let go of this romance. They still feel very attached to you. They could love your natural energy and they just want to be around you. So there's something here about, I want to hold on, I'm okay to release. And I feel like this is more so your person. It's not really coming from you. This is someone in your energy that's holding on to maybe even memories as well with that Capricorn card. Let's go to Cancer's position. This is the most important position, the 2 of Cups. It's so funny because I did a personal with a Cancer sun yesterday and they got this in the first spot too. That's how I know. I just kind of get cues and confirmations. Let's talk about the 2 of Cups for Cancer. It is their card, okay? They want a relationship. I feel like in the Cancer position, being very romantic, there's a nurturing that needs to be addressed here. I think people want to be taken care of in this soul cycle. There's a lot of like coupling up, people wanting this in this current moment, but it has to be with somebody right, okay? And what I mean by that is they match you in goal setting. If you guys want to start a family, this is super important in the Cancer position. We might have to refer to this in a few moments. Cancer has the 2 of Cups. Let's do Leo. Leo, please, in the Leo position energetically, the Five of Swords. So it's so funny. There's another reader that calls this spot the drama position, and I always laugh because Leos are not really that dramatic. But I do feel like when you deal with a Leo that likes a lot of attention, in the Leo spot here, we see the Five of Swords. You could be affected by this some point this week. I feel like this is about a conversation that was had. There were words that were very hurtful. I think upon looking back on it, Libra, I think you did what you could. And since this is mainly a Libra addressed read, this is just what the soul cycle is reflecting for all 12 signs. There's something painful here that you have overcome. And I didn't say overcoming. I feel like it's already overcome. It's just about that residual. Could I have fixed it in the moment? Did I do enough? Okay. And if the answer is that you did enough, you did the best that you could. Five of Swords might be like reminisced upon, or you might think about it once or twice, but there is incoming energy here. Strength in the Two of Cups can be a new person. Okay. Let's move on to Virgo. Or I'm sorry, did I do Leo? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, so let's do Virgo now. Virgo, the Hermit. Thank you, Spirit. That was fast. The Hanged Man. So this is Piscean in nature or feeling, and we do have a new perspective here. You're gleaming onto a change that you've made. So a decision was called, judgment, and we also have the Hanged Man in this spot to reveal that your new perspective was honestly true and it was correct. Why you came to this is because you had something called proof. So Five of Swords is just something you're going to briefly look back on this week. And then you're going to realize, right decision, I walked away when I could. Also, I was given the strength at that time as well. And realistically, you know, we have a lot of moving parts. We do have work to go through. We have bosses that might be assholes. We might have other things going on in our life. So that new perspective helped out too. It might even freed up some space for you this week. 22nd through the 28th. I also see mental clarity, like you could have a new routine here where your health is important. Love takes a back seat and you have a new perspective on a new person. Does that make sense? It's like you cleared out the clutter. In my visions, I got something interesting right now. It's a clothesline when you go to wring your clothing, right, in the olden days, and you hang it up on those little clips. I got that, and you're just hanging it to dry, maybe in realization that it's still beautiful if you dry it up outside. It's that sort of thing, Libras. And it's also seen in the Hanged Man very funnily here. So think about that clothesline, you know, wringing it out, preparing the clothes to be dried for a new season, or something that you're going to go through where you don't have to dwell anymore on the dirt on the clothing that was on there. Does that make sense? It's like you're cleaning it. And I got a clothesline for some reason with that channel, with the Virgo energy. So new perspective, the Hanged Man. It's also talking about a pause. So we literally pause in our love situation. We think about those memories, and maybe they weren't as good as we crunched it up to be. Okay, Hanged Man, just some food for thought. Also, the card here is implementing that type of thought, a pause with the Virgo position. Let's do us. It actually says us on my paper, Libras. 7th spot in the tarot, 7th zodiac sign, Libra, please. 9 of Pentacles. So this week, 22 through the 28th, abundance. Yeah, we feel single. We do definitely feel single. But I do think that there are people surrounding you that love you. Okay, number one. Number two, I feel like you are walking into some type of abundance. It can be a work opportunity, or you just feel better at work. You're more efficient. And this is a person concentrating on pre-Empress energy. I almost said conch shell, so maybe you feel like you're a bit of a hermit too, Libra. 9 of Pentacles in our spot. How this influences the rest of the reading. Somebody is seeing you in the 9 of Pentacles. They might even watch you from here. I do get like a little bit of a spy in your story today, somebody who often checks on you, okay? They don't like you to know though, and I feel like most Libras, due to their beautiful souls and their attractivity, people do not want to tell you that they do this, but I do feel some spy energy on the 9 of Pentacles today as I read. So let's do Scorpio. Scorpio in this position next, 3 of Pentacles, all right? So overall, all of these cards will affect the soul cycle this week. We have working together in the last spot. It's earth energy, so it's about open to collaboration. For you guys watching today, I think this is people just very willing to see your beauty, your heart. It's more about your inner expression. There's something about inner beauty coming in when I touch the Three of Pentacles. So I think somebody very much values who you are inside. They don't really care how you look, okay? That's what it's a strange feeling, Three of Pentacles. I got channeled a few things in this one that's very different from when I just do a Libra reading for you guys. Let's do Sagittarius, or if you have Sag placements, Justice. Okay, so they're in the Justice position. They have this card today. And overall, there's some type of justice going on in the current soul cycle. Something's being mended, something's being returned, okay? Karma is assigned to justice. And it's not karmic couples I speak of, it's just karma, period. It's returning to a place where it was right. That's next to Libra. It's funny that Libra didn't get this card today, but Sagittarian energy is adventurous. It seeks, it wants to know more information. Also, Sagittarians, they love to build off knowledge. So I think that that's what's going on here in their position, okay? I think building off knowledge, you are going to be finding out stuff. Last week was revelations. I think this week is more realization, and it's building in the energy. You can even see it in the pattern of the cards today, from not letting go, okay? Somebody maybe even trying to trample on maybe your own dreams, and then you're receiving justice, okay? We just did Sag. Let's do Capricorn now. Cappies. I'm going to get 2 cards for Capricorns because my hand just slipped there. So I'm going to get them 2 cards. Ace of Wands and the 10 of Cups. There is a new relationship coming in here that possibly could provide a lot of happiness to you, especially if I'm talking to just Libras only today in this video. There's happiness coming your way, and it might even be with somebody you don't typically want to date or you're not typically open to. There is an exercise here in thought that it could be coming from a person who's different, okay? You might even be open to someone at your work. They might even be telling you that they like you too, Libra. And for some of you in a new relationship, they're bringing in new flavor. They want more passion with you. They definitely want to spend more time with you. Halloween's coming up, and this new person could want to actually spend that entire day with you, creating new memories. Does that make sense? So new beginnings, Ace of Wands, 10 of Cups is about that ultimate happiness or creating that in the environment. Really cool. Capricorn's position is quite positive. Let's do Aquarius. Aquarius, King of Swords, nice. It's their very own energy. So Libras and the entire collective, there will be a King of Swords moment this week. Very honest. This person is morally on the high ground of things. Also, it could be something that's cutthroat. The King of Swords is, and very much about being honest, 100%, not leaving out details. This person comes in with the truth. And you could be hearing a moment of that, or you are the King of Swords and you provide this moment. Someone might not, and I want to add this, someone might not react to you the way that you think. They might actually turn a blind eye, okay? But at least you let them know. Does that make sense? That's the King of Swords. It's like, I'm going to leave you with my thoughts. I'm going to express myself. I'm also going to kind of act like a King of Swords in this moment, but at least I left you with the truth. And I feel like somebody won't be able to deny that. It might even return to their hanged man moment. So you could even enlighten somebody this week who had no idea how you felt. All right? Big message there, because you might actually have to be the one to speak. Now let's see, especially if it's about your heart space and you felt the 3 of Swords with this particular person. Pisces position for the entire love story this week. We have the Star. It ends with the Star for them. It's so funny because Aquarius was prior and Pisces ended up with the Star. There could be like a Pisces you know about that is with an Aquarian or in the soul cycle. Libra, you could be attached to star energy in the moment. You're very much healing. You're focusing on moving on to the new. And it can be scary. I want to address that. There's so many readers that don't address the in-between moments that we go through. And this could definitely be a longer pause. So just be ready to be in the hanged man, collect your information, and also collect how you feel. Okay? Even if you have to kind of briefly skim it over, write it down. Maybe journaling is something important, especially on Sunday when you have a little more free time. Okay? Let's see, Pisces. Oh, we have Ace of Cups for Pisces. So there's like a rebirth here. that I'm picking up with love, it's rather huge. As a collective, and because this affects everybody, the collective is going to be experiencing this big time. It's going to be healing and possibly a new situation, or it's healing and we're going to go forward and just go with a new beginning, okay? There will be runners that come back. The Four of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles are indicator cards of them returning. It's huge. Another thing is you could be championing that this is you. You could just want a new beginning that's creative, escaping the past pains, okay? Because this comes in with a lot of passion, the Ace of Wands. That's huge here in the reading, and I would say it's one of the bigger cards today. So I leave you with the all 12 signs reading. If you would like to comment on today's video, you're more than welcome to. At the very ending, we end with the Three of Swords. This was here next to the Ace of Cups, and it starts with the card we began with. Does that make sense? So full circle reading. It also addresses that there was a painful past that we must walk away from at this time. There is a reconciliation feeling for many of you. Many of you are going to want to. But this is the key factor. Is your healing more important than getting back with that person? Or are they going to show a repeat cycle to you? So ask yourself that, because if they are a part of your 10 of Cups, then go for it. You have the free will. But just remember that the Three of Swords happened for a reason. That's why the card is here. And it's to remind you that the soul cycle is changing here in love. Okay? I leave you with this, and we're going to do 2 more readings after this. I'm just going to get prepared here and start to make new arrangements for your videos. We're going to go into an oracle session next.